the last episode, after a night of debauchery, our heroes were awoken by the sound of a stone spear piercing an Adam's apple. Always at the ready, Stenwick and Ironhammer sprung out of bed and rushed to the other side of the outpost. Finding a dead guard, our cleric took a spear to the chest plate, while Stenwick ran over to the medical hut to wake up Steph Rogers. Informing the captain of the coming invasion, they understood that they would have to take it on themselves until extra forces arrived from Cirrus. After a few minutes of getting around, Felix and Penelope exited their hut to see chaos as dozens of Astrals were climbing their way up to the canopy, with many more following behind. After an intense fight sequence that would rival any Marvel movie, the Astral surveillance squad were at a loss after catching sight of a gigantic Astral staring back at them, miles deep into the forest. Not willing to go down without a fight, Penelope took his Hail Mary moment and pierced the beast with his cold black steel sword.
From 150 miles away.
From 150 miles away. Seeing the giant fall to its knee, they continued pushing back until the cyclists from Cirrus arrived. With help from the drunken Master Chunkies and giant ape Felix, the guards were able to push the horde back into the depths of the cherry blossom trees. Our group now finds themselves standing amongst the wreckage and remains as the sun starts to shine. Welcome back to Retrograde. I am your Dungeon Daddy, Derek Day. Joining me is Andrew Akers.
Hello.
Ty Sheets. Ian Jones.
Hi.
And Jesse Wagner.
Hello.
Wow, that was the most normal intro.
You guys are standing around the outpost after the invasion by the Astrals. They have been scared off by now. Felix, you are back in human form, and around you are just a bunch of wreckage and remains, as well as the middle platform is now gone, crumbled onto the ground. And all of the remaining guards and any capable citizens are cleaning up, and the sun is rapidly rising as it nears about 6 a.m.
How many remaining guards are there that we can see?
I mean, there was only 6 to begin with, so.
That's true.
I thought a ton had just arrived from Cirrus, though, right?
Yep, yeah, so there's about, we'll say 3 outpost guards left. Not many, but from Cirrus, there was a group, probably about a dozen.
Are all of these Astrals like the same, like maturity as the one we fought by the berry bush? They're like an adolescent.
Yeah, pretty much most of them you've seen.
So none of them have the pink film?
No. You could consider them like almost teenage, young adult. So no pink film yet.
Okay. Well, I want to loot their bodies.
All of them. There was like 30 of them.
Oh, yeah. Moving from body to body to body. I'm looking for if they have any kind of potions, anything that looks worth of value. And I also want...
Any sexual organs?
No. I mean,
as a trophy.
I'll get some of those for Ironhammer.
Are you saying like as a part of their body, or they just like keep it in their pockets like other people's organs?
You know POP? Yeah, you know me.
I'm also looking for any like small handheld weapons because I'd like to kill one of them with their own toy.
They did not have much on them, so I won't make you roll, but basically they would have spear, wrist blades. Almost everyone would have that if you'd like one of those.
Oh, yeah. It's like Assassin's Creed.
Yes, yeah. And then I'll also give you... I'll make you roll for this one if you want to roll an investigation.
16.
Yeah, you can find a bunch of those wrist blades and spears. I mean, they're abundant. With a more intensive investigation, you were able to locate a plasma caster.
Oh no!
What?
You would have recognized this earlier when saving Mop Mop. The one above the tree line shot at you guys with one.
That did quite a bit of damage. Oh no! Felix is becoming the strongest character in the game. Is it a two-handed weapon?
Can I shoot it as a monkey?
Oh god!
Just like that.
We're basically making Winston from Overwatch. Doesn't say. I'm going to say it's a two-handed, though.
Seems like it'd be like just a crossbow, isn't it? Like equivalent.
I was thinking crossbow versus a hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like the Wookiee crossbow.
Okay.
So it's a one-handed.
bowcaster.
It's two-handed.
So am I still with Arnie? Because at the end of the last one, I had asked him to go out for breakfast.
Yes, you and Penelope were in the same area next to Arnie up top.
40-20.
What?
Where'd you see 4d20?
For damage.
Oh, that one. No, we're not going to use that. I didn't even see that. Oh, my Lord.
Nah, fuck you. You gave me the information.
Too bad he didn't give you any ammo for it.
Yeah. Yeah, is there a reload process with this, or does it just like suck some juice out of the universe?
Out of the universe.
Charges remaining. I'm going to give you 5 shots, as well as the damage is going to be a
1d4.
I'll give you a 2d10.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'm gonna wander around and just like heal people who look like they need healing as all this is happening. Like help injured people.
I want to get halfway to. Are we going to Duvin's for breakfast?
Yes, if you'd like to.
Well, once the place comes into view, I'm just gonna abruptly stop. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm not ready for this. Arnie, the guards that have arrived from Cirrus, do you know who would have been leading them?
I wouldn't specifically. Captain Rogers may.
We might as well check on him as well. Can we put a rain check maybe on this? Have breakfast some other time.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we can push it back another, 20 minutes or so. I mean, I'm starving, but...
Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to start heading over to where Rogers was, where we left him.
Penelope, or I guess any of you guys, do you want to follow him, or are you doing other stuff?
So I'm back in monkey form, but am I on the ground? Or back in human form, but am I on the ground still?
I imagine you're still looking through bodies.
Yeah, I guess I'm still digging through bodies.
Yeah, it depends on where you want to go. Yeah, we'll check with Penelope. Are you following Stenwick, or are you doing something else?
Are there any bodies up around me, like on the platforms?
Yes, there are a few.
And they're kind of like all the adolescent, not that big, but decent size. I'm not going to follow Stenwick or Arnie to go get breakfast, but I'm going to go over to the Astral bodies, and I'm going to just take out my sword and just chop off one of its heads. And are there any spears or anything around?
Yeah, you could find the one that hit Ironhammer on the chest plate.
I'm going to take the Astral head and put it on the spear, and I'm just going to start going and just lining around, just finding all the Astral bodies that I can, chopping their heads off, putting them on spears.
Jesus, it's like Children of the Corn or something. Vlad the Impaler.
I should have cut off their dicks. I could have had on a post with their dick nailed to it.
You could have just haven't had a necklace.
Yeah, outpost, there isn't like anyone that's proficient in weaponsmithing?
Hey, this guy probably is.
Ironhammer is, yes. Maybe Nico.
Well, the weapon that I want to inquire about making a little unique. It's not really as much like metal, but it's more of I wanted to make a whip out of their spines.
That one's not me.
Holy, that would be like.
The way you said that so matter-of-factly with a little nod at the end kind of scares me how long you've been sitting on this.
He needs something to replace the dildo sword.
Yeah, I lost the dildo sword, and
He lost it.
I lost it.
He threw it 2 miles away.
To be fair, my thing just says I can conduct an hour-long ritual that crafts an item that must include some metal. So if the handle is metal, I could probably do that.
Yeah, I'd say if Ironhammer can give me a roll, some kind of forging roll.
Forging, well, that would be through my artisan's blessing. So maybe religion?
Yeah, roll me a religion. You can add your bonus to that.
That would be a 16.
Pretty good roll.
I'm a very pious man. Dwarf.
How do you feel about this while you're working on it? Is it your best work?
I mean, the only thing that I do myself is the handle because it's made of metal. So I'm gonna make it like ornate as fuck. Oh, like over the top ornate, bordering on tacky. But then there's like spines coming out the top. So it's like something you would buy at Hot Topic.
Basically, if you could picture a Castlevania style whip.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put little metal spikes on the top, just so you know, a little touch.
Yes, Penelope, you can get your bone whip now. And we will give it I'll give you a 1d10 slashing. I'm also going to give it a 25% chance to grapple. So in Gertie's medical hut, Stenwick, you and Arnie can enter and just approach Captain Rogers. He's fully awake, and when he sees you, he immediately asks, Stenwick, Arnie, how's everything?
It's okay. Relax. Just sit back down. It's fine. It seems like the battle's over for now. Reinforcements have arrived. I imagine they're going to be up here, most likely to speak to you sometime soon. Do you know who would have been leading them from Cirrus and what we can expect?
Oh, that would have been Captain Silver. He should be leading the lines with the cyclist from Cirrus.
Silver, what is he like?
Got a shining personality.
He's a pirate.
He's a pirate.
Long John.
Long John Silver.
Long John Silver. That's exactly where I got the name.
Captain Long John.
But I knew I couldn't put Long John in.
There's something fishy about him.
Makes a mean fish fry.
I only know about him from when I lived up in Cirrus, but pretty clean-cut guy. Does his business. Does it well.
And how is he going to react to me being from, what the fuck town am I from?
New Haven.
New Haven, thank you. How's he going to react to me being from New Haven? Is that something that we should hold off telling him for now? I've tried to be completely candid with you since the beginning, but I think we have enough problems.
I would not be one to tell you to hide anything, but I would agree. Maybe keeping it on the down low would be good until they leave.
Looking around, is there a cloak or anything I can throw over my armor? Because my armor has the...
Menacingly.
There is a white... a white gown you can throw on.
Like one of the doctors.
I'll give you a choice, either a doctor or a patient.
I could either be the hospital gown with like very clearly still wearing the armor underneath, or the doctor coat also clearly with all the armor still underneath. I'm just going to grab whatever is going to give me more concealment just to cover my clothing for now. I'm not sure what route you wanted to take once they get here, but I think that mounting a counteroffensive is probably our best bet. Getting out to wherever this larger Astral is. We saw one up above the tree line. We could head out there first thing. Maybe take a handful of guards, but mostly just us. Leave most everyone else back just to keep the place protected.
Oh, yes, please take whoever is left with you. Please do whatever you can to take it down. If you'd like, you can also use the remaining guards to check out that tree, but we are forever in your debt.
Well, I appreciate that. I guess I'm just going to wait here until Captain Silver arrives, because I imagine he's going to come to talk to Rogers. Is there a nurse or doctor in the room?
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask one of them if they can run and grab us something to eat. Like kind of like nonchalantly. I'm holding off on this whole breakfast thing.
Yeah. Gertie will come by anyway and say and ask if there's anything specific you'd like.
What does Arnie and Rogers eat usually? Do you know?
They've actually gotten pretty accustomed to the different fruits on the island.
Yeah, let's just do that then. And if you wouldn't mind, I imagine my other companions are going to be arriving at some point. So just grab a whole bunch of stuff for us. I think we're going to maybe be here for a little bit.
Gertie will nod and send somebody over to Duvins to prepare that for you.
Oh, I wanted to see if like the immediate vicinity around the outpost, if I can find anything, any herbs, berries, anything I can craft a couple potions with. Specifically, I'm looking for some, Health potions.
Yeah, I will say you can find a couple of those red berry bushes. Yeah, those red berry bushes that you found would have been a couple weeks ago near Bromness's. You can pick off a good handful of those to make some health potions in the future.
So these are a separate berry from the pouch of berries that I have that the Chungies like.
Yes, the ones that the Chungies like, you just pop those bad boys.
What would happen if I made a potion out of them and kind of concentrated their juices?
Yeah, you could do that too.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Make myself a little note.
In the meantime, Captain Silver will arrive. Felix, you could see them climbing up to the outpost, and then Ironhammer, Penelope, you can see Captain Silver, pretty bulky guy.
Peg leg.
Eye patch. He has a parrot on his shoulder.
Eye patch. A parrot on his shoulder.
I will give him an eye patch. He's very scarred up, built like
a brick shit house.
Like a brick shit. Like I'm kind of picturing like a Dave Bautista almost.
Can I heal his missing eye?
Are you?
Imagine just walking into a room. You've been missing an eye for, let's say, about 15 fucking years. Some dude just wiggles his fingers and your fucking eye grows back.
I've always kind of wondered that about like the D&D universe. Though. Like nobody should ever be missing limbs or eyes.
You can't grow back limbs.
That'd be like a greater restoration type thing.
You can seal up wounds. And like there are some healing that you could do if you put it back, but it's like several days worth of healing. But usually if you lose a limb, it's not coming back.
Yeah, Ironhammer, you twinkle your fingers in front of Captain Silver, and he laughs at you like, you think I haven't tried that before?
I hit him. I offered to hit him with the. I hit him with the rock.
Just throw the rock.
Throw it. I bop him with. I just don't trust me. I would bop him on the forehead with it.
He's gonna throw your little turtle body off, and you're not gonna come back.
Bippity boppity boo.
Trust me. I'm a man of God.
Ironhammer, let's not do that right away. Let's get to know a person before we just hit him over the head with a rock.
There is a spell called Regenerate, which can grow back fingers, legs, and tails.
Captain Silver walks into the medical
and tails.
That might possibly extend to eyes. It is a 7th level spell though, so I'll have to come back and do it later.
I'm just gonna let Rogers do the talking for now. I'm just a dude in a lab coat, essentially.
You're not a lab coat. I gave you a patient's coat. You look like a patient just sitting in the corner. Silver will enter. Stenwick, you see a very large built man, muscles and veins bulging out of his pants or clothing.
Muscles bulging from his pants. Okay, we're just going to talk about people's dicks?
That cut out at the perfect time.
Yeah. We can just leave it at that, maybe.
What? We're just going to talk about penises now? So anyway, there's a bulge in his pants.
There's a bulge in Captain Silver's pants. I'm going to give him basically a buzz. He has a buzz, 5 o'clock shadow, and an eye patch over his left eye. He walks in, every footstep a thud, and he will walk straight up to Captain Rogers' bed, salute, and say, "The forces have been eradicated."
Fuck
I pat him. The forces have been eradicated.
It's Swedish now.
Is that Swedish?
Sounds kind of sweet. Sounds kind of Swedish with a lisp.
I feel sorry for those bitches.
He sounds like Swedish Chef anytime.
Captain Rogers will respond, "Thank you, Captain Silver. It's been a while. I looked up to you as a kid, and I appreciate you and your forces coming and saving us. It means a lot." Captain Silver will put his hand on Rogers' shoulder. "It's been our pleasure. we're happy to have faved all of you.
I feel like lisp is like the one sound effect you're very confident in.
The lisp is the only thing I can do, is what I've begun to realize. They'll just go back and forth, and basically Captain Silver will tell you that they will stay to help clean up, but will be back on their way back down south. The one thing he will bring up is the portal back to Bromness's, but the two of them have no idea how it would have disappeared or why it's here, but that's what they will be using to return back to mainland. Captain Rogers will ask if they could have a couple men stay back just for now, since the portal's already here, and Captain Silver will allow that, so you can have your forces grow to half a dozen. 6 men will follow you. 3 from the outpost, 3 from Cirrus.
Is Arnie one of them?
Yes, he is. So your party is now 10 strong.
I'm just going to make my presence known now at this point. Not take off the coat or anything, but we should head out as soon as possible. Get this taken care of and move on.
Out of surprise of hearing you, Captain Rogers will look over towards you, kind of stunned that you said anything, and he'll nod. And, yes, I agree. We should get this problem eradicated as soon as possible. Captain Silver will look over you and, sorry, who are you?
The name is Stenwick. I'm a friend of Rogers here, and we were here when the attack happened, and we assisted with the defense of the outpost.
Oh, yeah, that's incredible how you pushed them back. Were you injured?
As indicated by my hospital attire, yes.
What happened?
There was a large explosion, series of large explosions. I don't know if you had seen it upon your approach, but one of us, myself, had manned the ballista here. Took a little bit of damage during the fight.
Well, I wish you the best. Stenwick?
Yes.
What's your rank?
There's no rank. I'm not a guard here, sir.
Where are you from?
The mainland. The other island. Yeah, we came by. We were on a mission to track down these Astrals, and it seems like they found us first.
We might have to talk later.
Absolutely.
Have you been to Cirrus?
I have not. I've heard really good things, though. I hope to see it sometime here soon.
Same here, Stenwick. Captain Silver will walk out.
That was a bit tense, right? Was that just me?
He can be a little bit of a hard one to read, but it seems like it went well.
His voice was all over the place. I couldn't really read it. Is everyone else here, or is it just me?
We've all been eavesdropping outside. Everyone,
they're like all the hobbits in the Fellowship, where they're just hiding, listening. But yeah, if everyone's here, I think we should head out, get this taken care of. It's first thing in the morning. Maybe we could take care of this before dark. And I'm going to look at...
rest, right?
No rest.
Oh, we have not rested.
Right? Okay. We have time to rest? That guy's still just chilling out there.
I think I might have given you a small rest, but I'm sure that stuff would have been eaten up by now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Do we have time to rest?
What time is it?
It was 6 when we started. I'll say it's been about an hour.
Let's take a rest quickly, and then we'll head out.
Are we doing a short or long?
We can do a short rest.
Can I just make some potions?
Yes. I'll say you all can recoup, get potions and gear ready. Be ready by about 10 a.m. Health points set and potions ready, and Hunter's Mark is all refreshed now.
I'm just going to say that I rested in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
When I wake back up, I know Rogers is still there. Gertie might still be there. Is anyone else there?
Just a few other patients in intensive care.
At this point, Arnie's gone?
Yes, Arnie's back on his shift.
I'm going to pull Gertie aside. Sorry, this is kind of weird, but I didn't notice a wedding ring on Arnie's hand. Is he married? Does he have a girlfriend or anything? We're about to go out on this mission, and I would hate to have something happen to him knowing that he has someone here who cares about him.
Roll me an insight.
Natural 20.
She'll tell you that she hasn't noticed him with anyone, just being part of the guard, they don't get much free time, and any relationships they do have is kept pretty personal. So there's not much she can give you. But what's interesting, though, is with your insight roll, you can see her eyes kind of like twinkle a bit when she hears his name.
Oh.
She'll tell you she hasn't really picked up on anything from him in terms of if he's with somebody already or who he'd even be interested in.
How old is Gertie?
Gertie, I'd put it like 36, mid-30s.
Oh. I was thinking like she was an old lady.
Oh, no. Gertie's like the young doctor.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you lending me whatever information you could, and we'll just make sure we take care of him on this trip. Thank you. As well as the other guards too. Obviously, I want to make sure that that things don't get too busy here.
Ian brought up meat shields for the chungies, so at this point anything goes.
I don't recall.
Which, speaking of the chungies, we'll say outside on the outpost. If you guys are all set to head out, Shvaggy will meet you all before heading down and will pull his stick off his back, holding it in his two hands. I mean, he's like 20 feet away from you right now, but he's going to extend his freakishly long arms, bow his head, and say, if any of you would like to take his stick.
I'm going to take his stick.
I'll take the stick.
I'll take the stick.
We both take the stick at the same time.
Our fingers in a
Our
rock.
hands are all on top of each other.
On the way out, I want to make a point to grab some of the ballista bolts, the explosive ones, and put them in a bag.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you 5 of them.
There's 5 guards that are coming with us, correct?
6. 3 from each.
Bonking stick.
Yeah.
-2 to intelligence.
This is the greatest weapon I've ever seen.
So carrying this makes you dumber.
But more charismatic.
Can Swaggy suddenly speak after letting go of it? Fully comprehends common.
He does like the Goodwill Hunting, like he starts to answer a math problem. So.
Yeah, it's more like flowers for Algernon.
Yeah.
Whoever takes the bonking stick, Ironhammer and Felix together, when you take it out, the next time Shvaggy speaks again, he still speaks in his language, but it's almost in like sentence form now. Instead of just run on he he can give emphasis now.
Ironhammer, if you want the bonking stick, I don't have any room to lose any intelligence. So
Yeah, I don't either, to be honest. I'll keep it. If I like stow it, do I still get the -2 to intelligence, or is that only if I'm wielding it?
Only if you're wielding.
Okay, I'll stow it for now. I do feel noticeably dumber as I'm putting it on my back.
We should stop that tree that we burned.
Start drooling a little bit.
well, the tree was to the. I guess the tree is to the northeast, isn't it?
It's along the way.
What do we need the tree for again? Why don't we just go kill the Astral?
There was something underneath. I mean, it's on the way for one, but two, we could find something neat there. I don't know. There was something underneath the ground, and at the very least, it just takes a tiny bit of time out of what we have. But I feel like it's not a bad idea.
It's not a terrible plan.
It seemed like that was where the Astrals were for a period of time, right? Is there like maybe we can learn something about them by investigating that place? I don't know. But I'd rather go into this with as much information as possible about what it is we might be facing.
So your party of 10 can descend the Hanami Forest outpost down the thicket of vines and start your travel firstly northeast to hit up the tree. It takes about an hour or so. As you see this burnt, smoldering, not even smoldering anymore. I mean, it's almost a crisp. And you can barely even make out the plaque that you saw the first time. Inside, it's still hollow, and you can see that the soil has completely collapsed. It is now back to being dark inside again for whoever decides to check it out.
Well,
I'll cast light on the light cantrip onto my shield again and sort of shine it into the.
I was going to say the two of us have dark vision. Why don't the dwarves go in the hole?
Well, we don't know how large it is or how deep
that's what I
it
figured.
goes. So there should be more of us. But we should. I'm going to turn to some of the guards. So at this point, I guess I've taken my hospital gown off, but I just haven't said anything about my armor.
I just like picturing like the guards from Sirius are like, this guy's just crazy and just following us.
Once we're no longer with Captain Silver and I take it off, I'm just going to say, I'm a guard from New Haven. I'm working with the outpost here. Captain Rogers is aware, as is Sergeant Arnie. We can talk about it when we get back. We should leave a couple guards outside just to keep a lookout.
The ones from Sirius will grumble, obviously not thrilled with seeing you. They will stay further back from the rest of you. But the guards from the outpost, those three, Arnie and the other two, they will gladly help protect you as you check out the tree.
Okay. I'm going to go in behind the shields and the people who can see.
I'll follow them too. If everyone's going in.
If everyone goes into a spooky hole, does that mean you're going to do it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you four can circle around this. It's a pretty decent sized hole. Ironhammer, when you shine your shield inside, you all can see glimmers of different metal, a bunch of loose dead soil, as well as the stark white color of bones, which the first time through you recognize some of them were chungy bones. If you would like to check out more of it, you will need to roll me a strength to get inside.
Can I check the integrity of the tree while they're looking around, just to make sure this thing isn't going to collapse on us since there was a fire inside of it?
Yeah, if you want to roll me a nature.
I got a 18 on my strength check.
Natural 17.
Ironhammer, what do you use to dig out this soil?
My shield as like a trowel. The bottom of it, you can sort of like dig with it.
Stenwick, as you are checking out this tree, there is a lot of burnt bark that easily crumbles at your fingertips. However, thankfully, you can tell that the roots, the base of this, will not fall through. And as you are finishing up, you hear Ironhammer call out back to you that you guys should go back inside and check out what he's found.
Hey,
I do that.
guys.
Hey, you guys.
After 15, 20 minutes, you guys can actually enter into the tree and take a few steps in as what Ironhammer discovered was an underground base. A very tiny room, a few feet deep and then a few feet to the, we'll say to the west. Inside, immediately what you see are various bug-out supplies, a couple rotted cots, a simple wooden table, some burnout torches.
So none of this was affected by the fire.
No, this was completely dug out separate. And the loose soil is probably up to your ankles at least. But no, it looks like everything in here was kept pretty safe.
I'm just going to take a look around, see if I can find anything, any documents, any writing, any... We can assume that this is an old Astral base?
No.
Oh.
In that case, I'm going to look around to find as much as I can about the inhabitants of this place.
What's like the general layout of the base? It's just like in a bunker, basically?
It's just a single bunker, just a single room. Rotted cots, simple wooden table, burnout torches.
How old are we talking?
Does it seem like someone's been here recently?
Roll me a history.
I think I get a bonus to history checks. Oh, no, I don't. It's only for stone.
15 plus 2, 17.
Mine's low. Doesn't matter. 3 plus whatever.
Many, many decades old. Like so rotted, it's at least over 100 years old.
This place is old.
Are there any like chests, drawers,
Papers, any kind of bodies that we
I'm gonna recast light on like the ceiling so I don't have to keep shining my shield around.
Yeah, with the light now on the ceiling.
Disco ball it.
Obviously, it's hard to walk around, especially for Felix and Ironhammer. The soil is pretty much up to your shins, almost to your knees. And what you realize you've been wading through.
It's human excrement.
It's all shit.
As well as there being chunky remains, there are also larger bones surrounding the soil. Then you find more of these as you enter into this little bunker base. Stenwick, if you could roll me an investigation.
18 plus 2, 20.
So as Stenwick is checking for any kind of documents or any information on this base, after a couple minutes of searching, Felix, you do not find any more plasmacaster juice, but you are able to find a net gun.
A net gun.
A net gun, if you would like to take that.
Fuck yeah. Felix going to become a gunslinger.
To say, he finds all the coolest shit.
And I got a fucking stick.
That makes you dumb.
That makes me dumb.
Ironhammer, while you are searching, you are able to find these.
Those better be those fucking boots. God damn it.
Frontin' and stunting.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
That wasn't the picture I was expecting you to choose, but I appreciate it.
Finding the weirdest shit.
What were you imagining?
I don't know, like Heelys.
I just imagine doing a backflip in these leopard print heels is probably more impressive.
That is pretty intimidating. I put them on immediately, which means someone can have some spider climb boots if they need them.
Do we all have the same size feet?
I was going to say, there's no world in which Penelope has the same size feet as Top Knot.
we already discussed that they expand and retract.
Is that true?
That'd be such a pain if they didn't, though. I mean, I'm going to allow it. I'm going to say that's what a tuning does, is that it expands it. But
You just
Yeah, I thought magic items generally.
It's not a magic item
wear.
though. It's science.
The spider climb boots? Well, you probably science them to be made out of fucking rubber. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like a latex booty.
Fine.
Well, anyway, who wants them?
All right, Penelope, very clearly.
Yeah,
Penelope.
Penelope wants them.
You can have my boots of spider climb.
because Ironhammer sure as hell never used them.
Yeah.
Literally not once.
I
I'm
can
too
turn-
proud, you know. If I'm ever gonna successfully climb something, I want to do it because of me.
Now you don't need to climb anything ever, though, because I can turn into a giant monkey, put you all on my back, and have a 40 climbing speed.
That's not me though. I'll do it myself.
He'll climb up after you
Yeah.
Yeah.
with like a -5 climbing speed.
Just wait, guys.
Stenwick, you got it was a 20, right, with your investigation?
Yep. 18 plus 2.
So after a few minutes as Felix and Ironhammer and Penelope are playing with their new toys, you are able...
I'm just in the corner flipping.
just doing backflips.
just from backwards.
You're able to find a journal. It's under one of the cots, an old dusty journal
Okay. I open it up.
covered in just soil and dust. You feel like it's almost impossible to read.
That's me in the corner.
That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. All right, so Stenwick, you find this old ass dusty journal, old ass Gwen.
Old
Flip
ass,
it open.
dusty ass, crusty ass Gwen.
Blow off the dust. There's only one entry in the very front, and I think this would be fun. Actually, I'm gonna have you read this.
Guys, I found something.
Andrew can't read.
Yeah, but Stenwick can. He can read real good.
If you would please read the class what you find as the only entry in this journal.
As per King DuPont's request, please find this message of utmost importance. The Astrals have returned. 3 of us left the base near the cherry blossom tree and escaped into a hollow tree. The beast may have dug it out ages ago. Pray for our return. And it's signed by Corporal Oliver Parts.
Is that Private Parts' dad?
The date under Corporal Parts' signature is 256.
256.
Wasn't
What's
that
the
when
date,
you fell
man?
asleep?
You fell asleep 576. It is currently 776.
Wait, that was 400 years ago?
Over 500.
And this was before those guys went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But this is long before they even were alive.
Yep. About 300 years before you guys were even born, maybe.
Oh, shit. This is old. This is really old.
I'm 200 years old. So yeah, still even before me.
So this is nothing new.
And it also references
King
DuPont.
Well, Geralt was
Is he
the
a
founder,
time traveler?
right? Wasn't whenever Top Knot was looking up the history of New Haven, it was founded by Gerald DuPont in the year 500 and something. So is this another DuPont? Damn, close-lipped.
Not sure if you remember, but history before
Was ripped out.
576 was ripped out.
Mm-hmm.
So Gerald DuPont was a king. It was your current King DuPont's father.
Right.
And that's the most history you're able to garner.
I don't know anything about where I'm from before that.
So maybe
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
world
put the-
restarted.
I'm going to put the journal in my pack. This gives us
Time is
more.
a flat circle.
This, yeah, that's why they make clocks round. This leaves us with more questions than answers. But do we see anything else of importance in this room while we're here?
No, you don't see anything. Penelope, however, similar to how Ironhammer and Felix found stuff by kicking around, when you walk around along with the soil, you can find different insignias of New Haven on different clothing.
Of New Haven.
Of New Haven.
Do they look like the insignias that are on Homeboy over here?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Same New Haven insignia.
How are the other guards and Arnie and them reacting right now? Because I would have read that out loud. They would have heard me read it out loud.
They are still outside. They're not able to hear you. The three from Cirrus are hanging out by themselves, and then the other three from the outpost are standing guard right outside the tree.
So there are guards from Cirrus in here, or they're outside?
They're outside. They're even further away.
Oh.
It's only you four inside right now.
Should we... I feel like I have more questions to ask about Cirrus and to see if maybe they have any understanding of what this means. Do you guys have any problems with that?
I think you should probably keep it to yourself because they seem to not like the DuPonts. And
Sure, but operating under full disclosure seems to be working with these people. And I mean, it would just be, we would just call Arnie in here. I mean, he seems like a good guy.
And if worse comes to worse, we'll just kill him.
I do have...
You're not going to touch him.
I'm gonna bonk him with the stick, and you won't be able to stop me.
I'm the one with the plasma cannon.
Just to be clear, are you threatening him? Are you threatening me? What exactly is the purpose of the words that are leaving your mouth right now?
Why'd I give Jesse a gun?
Seriously.
You take it how you want there, Stenwick.
I'm gonna shoot everybody.
All I could say is that I have a plasma cannon and I can turn into a gorilla.
Do cannons exist? And do you say plasma
do
cannon,
now.
but do you have any idea what either of those words mean, like in character?
Fine, I'll call it what I would call it.
If you ever try to shoot it, I need to make you roll it to even figure out if you know what you're doing.
This is my boomstick.
Well, and I'm going to start calling it what I would call it as Felix, a juicy stick.
The juicy stick.
Or a juicy tube.
A juicy tube isn't any better.
Worse, really.
I have a juicy tube and I will hit you with it.
Penelope, you've been kind of quiet over this whole thing. What do you think?
Side with me.
I feel like there's a lot more that we don't know. I don't know if you noticed them, but I mean, there's quite a bit of your insignia all over this place.
Correct.
And I do agree with you that I think acting in full disclosure is probably the best way that we can work as a unit. So I agree with you. We should talk with them.
Iron Hammer? We can leave it up to a vote. It's up to you.
Yeah, go on then, tell him.
Arnie, do you mind coming in here quick?
No.
He claustrophobic or something.
I don't want to. I'm scared.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There's light though.
Don't care.
Arnie, what's your favorite color?
Green.
I turn the light green.
Okay. What do you got to show me?
He just spawns right next to you. What do you know of New Haven? I think I've asked you this before, but I feel like there's a gap in what I know versus what you have all been taught at the Outpost and at Cirrus. First, I guess my first question is, how old is Cirrus? It wasn't very good in history. This is like asking someone when the Declaration of Independence was signed.
1492.
When Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
With the Declaration of Independence to the natives.
This is mine.
Yep,
I'm
you brought them
independence.
freedom.
I'm independencing you from your land
brought them freedom.
and your lives.
Brought them European democracy.
Cirrus was founded many centuries ago. There isn't a solid date I could give you, unfortunately. It was definitely in the early couple decades.
The early couple. You mean like
Year 10, 20?
So it's been around for a very long time.
Yes. The reason I can't give you a solid answer is because it did not start out as the floating city you know of. That's why we can't put an exact date on it.
What was it before?
A not floating city? Duh.
It's a city on the ground, idiot.
Fucking dummy.
I mean, you could call it almost an outpost itself in the area that it's currently located at. But it was just a collection of a group of people.
An outpost of what? Like an outpost of New Haven?
Again, I don't know the exact collection of people, but yes, it was a group of travelers that just started their own.
When did it start floating?
It would have started floating
The day before we arrived, I think.
nearing on the 2nd century.
Okay. How? Is it just magic? Is it an individual's magic? What happens if that person dies?
Yes, you are correct. It is a form of magic.
Okay.
You know what? Can you roll me a history?
19, 17 plus 2.
Yeah. So by rattling his brain a little bit, he starts to remember. Most of his life has been spent at this outpost, but what he can tell you is, you haven't been to Cirrus, but what I can tell you is there is a floating mausoleum of sorts in the sky.
Oh. Why the whole town is floating, right?
Yes, but is a separate resting place.
Okay, it's floating somewhere else.
Correct, like above Cirrus itself.
Okay.
It is what provides the abundance of magic that helps keep Cirrus floating.
A mausoleum, that's kind of a weird source, right?
It is. It's strange. It's one of our founders.
His body is there, and his body is what's keeping the city floating.
Correct.
Does his body float?
Obviously, everything floats.
Yeah,
if it's in the sky, in the mausoleum, then it's still, everything in the city's floating.
But it's all relative, you know? Like, if you're standing on the ground, are you floating, or are you just standing on the floating city? You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Fuck, man, that's deep.
It's a good question.
Because he's not holding the stick.
No, like, so is the body floating in relation to everything else?
That's actually what my question was.
Yeah, like
the body is causing it all to float.
Yeah, it'd be the opposite. Everything's floating in relation to the body.
But is the body on the ground?
Yeah, is
it touching anything, or is it floating like an inch off like the table?
or
he's never seen the mausoleum. So
does this have like cultural significance? Like,
obviously, it's causing the whole city to float. It's got to have some kind of additional cultural significance.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but Ironhammer and Topknot definitely saw this thing.
What?
Yeah, we did. The mausoleum.
Your first trip to Cirrus. You looked at it and then went back to the bar.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, no, because
That's
I was like, Ironhammer, we should check that out. And then,
God damn it! I thought I would never hear that fucking voice again.
So, does this founder? Does he have a name?
Floaty McFloaterson.
He was
Floaty was
born
Floaty.
for this job.
I mean, surely that's something you would know.
Yes, his name was Elder Frederick.
Elder Frederick. So what you're telling me is this city has been floating for a period of time that it would make it older than this journal I found. And I'm going to pull out the journal. This thing was written in the year 256 by someone from New Haven. What do you know about New Haven? Why are the people of Cirrus so apprehensive of it? Because I didn't realize that we were this old.
What do you mean? What's the date?
The year in here is 256. Today's date is we're in the year 750.
Where are we?
Who is the president?
Who am I? We have always been told growing up to never trust not only anyone from the ground, but New Haven especially.
Why?
As a Cirrus citizen, there's a history between us that from generation to generation I've been told of vicious attacks from the New Haveners.
So, to my understanding, and being a guard of New Haven, prior to about a week ago, I didn't know that Cirrus existed. So how is it that we are involved in these vicious attacks against Cirrus without knowing that Cirrus is there? Something's wrong here. Something just isn't adding up. What else have you heard of New Haven? Arnie, come on, man. You got to work with me. What aren't you telling me? All right, fine. It's fine. Just don't tell me. But let's keep moving. When you're ready to talk, I'm here to listen.
Stenwick walks out, and you guys notice Arnie's head falls a bit. He kind of looks at his feet.
I pat him on the shoulder, and I also leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind Stenwick when he originally left.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one last look around, see if there's anything cool that I missed, and then I'm gonna dip.
All right, so you guys can exit the burnt down tree with your new revolutions with your journal, and head just due north, following the path. It will take another few hours. Eventually, you come to a point where this stream is lined up just right next to you, and you can follow it all the way up. What you notice in the stream is when you first see it, there are a few of these pinkish purple berries floating down. As you continue another couple miles, the refuse from the berries, it becomes thicker and thicker. There's more of them.
Like someone's eating the berries and pooping in the water, or
no, it's just like a lot of berry mush, like that was chewed up and just not swallowed. To your left and right, there's a lot of movement. You can feel nobody coming after you, but there is something closing in.
can I see any berry bushes along the water? Like,
no berry bushes along the water. Just a lot of deeply pink cherry blossom trees lining your trail.
and is this where we're following, or is this where we're going?
Yeah, so what happens is you end up following the stream into a clearing, and Felix, what you come upon is the stream that you saw earlier, as well as the giant cherry blossom tree in front of you, standing dozens of feet up with a pool of water setting inside a bowl with an entrance into a cavern behind it. Currently, all you see is a rock formation in the pool of water.
The rock formation. Is it like just a pile of rocks? Is it like, does it look like it has some significance? Kind of like, the one that we saw on top of the mountain back overlooking New Haven.
Just one singular formation, very dark colored.
Well, it just so happens that your boy, being a dwarf, knows stones. Trying to find stone cunning. I want to check to see the origin of this stonework. Does it look like handmade? Does it look natural? If it is not handmade, is there some kind of historical significance to it?
Yeah, but before you cast this, can we get a marching order real quick?
Are we actually going in the cavern?
Everything is outside as of now.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll be in front as the beefiest boy.
I'm going to be behind Ironhammer because we were chatting in Dwarvish as we.
Yeah, because we tight.
I'm going to be, I guess, behind Felix because I'm ranged anyway.
I feel like I should be up front because if we get into any sort of combat, I don't really have anything.
Well, we had a feeling though. How is there enough space for us to? Does it have to be a straight line, or can we be moving
2 by 2?
Like, yeah, because if we're sensing things around us, then we want to be in like a more
we should also
defensive position.
A perfect square formation.
We should have a beefy boy in the back to protect them.
Yes, in case they come up from the back. That's what I was thinking. And if it doesn't have to be,
you don't have any ranged weapon. You threw your sword 2 miles.
I don't. Yeah, I only have one other sword now.
But anything you can pick up is a ranged weapon with that kind of strength.
Right?
You can just pick up Felix and throw him.
You could pick me up, throw me, in midair. I could turn into a giant gorilla, and shit could get wild.
So, Felix, how close do you have to be?
It doesn't say. It's just whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check.
Nice.
Here's one thing dwarves know. It's rocks.
And if there's one thing Felix knows, it's getting stoned.
Hey.
Eyes up, boys.
How wide is this river, by the way?
It's a stream.
Oh, so we could just hop over it, right?
Yeah, like 3 feet maybe. Felix, I'll say you get a little bit in front of the pack to cast your, what was it, stone cunning?
Yeah. It's not even a spell. It's more like
spell. It's just a dwarf. It's just a dwarf class feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get up a little bit in front of the pack and try to check it out, but nothing is happening.
So I can't. I basically just don't understand.
You don't understand. Like, you think it's like a rock formation, but nothing's coming.
Okay.
Felix, do you inform your group, or what do you do next?
I inform them of what? That I don't know what it is?
That you don't. Yeah, I mean, what's the next step?
I guess I'll turn back to my group and say, no dice, fellas. I don't understand what this rock is.
Right, let me try. I will also use my stone cutting.
How close do you get?
How far away was Felix from it?
I'll say he was pretty close to the stairs.
1 step closer.
You also figure out nothing.
I have a feeling he wants us to walk up to it, but also...
Can I check for traps? Does it seem like there are any traps on the stairs just by looking at them?
No, I'm going to say no traps, but you can sense movement. Or not even movement, but like life form.
Like in the stairs?
Like around that area, yes.
Yeah,
the
there's
giant
definitely something
astrals
else
in the pool.
The chameleons. It's like predator.
We're gonna need
weapons at the ready. And I'm just going to look around for what this life could be.
Ironhammer and Felix, have you guys joined back up with your group, or are you still up front?
I want to go up and touch the rock.
I do too.
Should we? I ask him in Dwarvish.
It's just a rock.
Yeah, but I feel like there's danger at the top of the stairs.
It's just some glass, guys. It's just some glass.
Right? Like, but I also feel like pussyfooting around is gonna.
True. All right. I give Felix a fist bump and I start walking up the stairs.
Felix, are you following or are you staying back?
I'm gonna follow. I'll give my boys some backup.
You both can walk up the staircase, get in the water, take a bath. It's all fine. There's no traps. No, but you can walk up to this rock-looking formation and touch it if you'd like.
I do.
I would like.
Could both of you roll me acrobatics.
Oh, fuck.
Goddamn, acrobatics is shit.
Same, bro.
What's not bad though? 15.
Oh, 5.
This the thing, it moves. It's big. It moves. It rises out of the water.
Oh.
And opens its single pink filmed eye.
Oh, it's got a rock.
Oh, fuck.
Ironhammer, you backflip out of the water, land near the stream. Felix, unfortunately, it grabs you with its right hand and stands up as you see its full 18-foot frame.
Does anybody notice my backflip and comment on it?
No.
Do you guys give him an applause?
No.
I shouted parkour as I was doing it.
This thing stands up, just staring at the 9 of you now, with Felix in its grasp.
Does he look unfriendly?
I mean, how does this sound? It raises its left hand, points at you.
It rips Felix in half.
It rips him in half.
Fuck.
As a dozen astrals exit out of the cavern and line up on the staircase.
Does this big guy look like an astral? Or is he just like totally something new?
No, this is Granddaddy Astral.
Oh, that's Granddaddy Astral.
Fucking knew it. God damn it. I fucking knew it.
You can see where it was impaled on the side of its head.
So wait a minute. I didn't see the dick sword sticking out of the rock.
The dick sword is no longer in the rock.
Yeah, he probably did just leave it in there.
Do I pull it in? Do I pull it out or leave it in?
Guys, what do I do? This never happened before. Damn, I should have cast tongues on the rock when I touched it.
Do I get a reaction from being grabbed?
Your reaction would have been your dexterity or your acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already grabbed. So I guess if we're ready in initiation.
Fucking hell.
For initiative, here we go.
Initiative. I always say initiation.
All right. Daddy needs to not be ripped in half.
14.
20.
12.
All right, so we are going to...
We're going to get fucked.
Yeah, considering I just rolled a fucking nat 1 and my initiative is +1.
Well, first we are starting off with Penelope.
How far away is Big Daddy from us? Big Papa?
40 feet.
I'm just going to use
He's
my
like-
turn to get close to it because my walking speed's only 30 feet.
He's on top of the platform, though, right?
Yes, you're down below. He's basically standing in this pool of water, which is kind of like flooding over the side.
How high are the stairs? Do you have to you couldn't climb that wall, could you? Probably just be faster to take the stairs.
The wall, I'm going to say, is about...
You of all people shouldn't be fucking worried about climbing the wall.
Hold on, though. So he did a backflip 40 feet from like a Jedi backflip from
it's not 40, it's not 40 feet up. It's
to us.
No, it's like 12 feet up, but 40 feet away.
That's
So you said you flipped all the way to fucking the group.
I mean, if that's where you want to put me, I'll accept that I did that. But
I don't know. I think I'm going to write the developers. This is pretty glitchy.
But if you wanted to put me on the ledge still, I'd also appreciate it.
Oh no, you're up here.
As I'm just off the ledge then.
So
Yeah,
but
yeah.
my question is, the only way that we can reach the astral is by going up the stairs, right?
Yeah, unless you can fly. But yeah, that's about it.
The only one who can fly is Felix.
Or you could turn into a fish and swim up the stream.
Wow. That either.
Can also do that.
If only we had someone in our party who could do that.
But yes, you only have the stairs with the smaller astrals guarding that area.
Is it 6 and 6?
Yeah, we're gonna say it's 6 and 6. Penelope, did you have something else you wanted to do?
I forgot that Felix is in his hand, so I'm just going to try and make my way up closer to him.
I'll say if you guys are just doing movement, you can make it your way up to around where Ironhammer's at. But next up is Stenwick.
Are you guys each taking different stairwells? Or Ironhammer's on the right side? Penelope, you went left?
I went left.
I just placed Ironhammer there. I don't care which side he's on.
I'm going to turn back to the guards. All of us together, we're going up the left stairwell. Matthew, you cover our movement up. No, I mean, because the alternative is instead of fighting 6 people, uphill. We now have to fight 12 people who are uphill. And at least this way, if they come to flank us, then the other 6 have to go up the stairwell that we just went up. So yeah, I'm just yelling to everyone, we're going up the left stairwell, and I'm going to start heading that way. Yeah, we're all going up the left side, and then we need to have people covering us as we're going up. Iron Hammer, you're going to be the main person in the rear because you're a weapon sponge. And I'm going to get as close to Penelope as my movement speed will allow, and I'm going to shoot at the closest Astral to me, one of the small ones. And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action.
On the same one?
Yep. Well, never mind. I rolled a natural 1.
Thanks for not shooting at the Big Daddy, because you would have shot me.
Oh boy. give me a damage.
Wait, a damage not including my Hunter's Mark, right? Because I'm not hitting the thing that I marked.
Correct. You're hitting something else.
Just 4 damage.
And what were you shooting with?
The crossbow, my hand crossbow.
Unfortunately, Penelope, Stenwick was readying his crossbow, giving out all the orders, and little slip of the trigger finger, and you take 4 points as a crossbow enters into your left calf.
Sorry.
What the fuck, man?
You're making me look bad in front of everybody.
Now they're not gonna think I'm cool.
Embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Iron Hammer is up next.
I'm so angry.
Okay. Morningstar turns on Hullabaloo, which is a bonus action, I think. Yes, bonus action. And then I will cast Spirit Guardians. And then I'm just going to one-man wrecking crew charge straight up the right staircase. If I just stand in the middle of them, Spirit Guardians has a...
How wide?
See. Yeah, I see what you mean.
How
Yeah,
wide
so
is
like-
the staircase?
So a distance of 15 feet. I'll say your Spirit Guardians can cover like one side, but not both.
I'm trying to like get as many within the Spirit Guardian radius as possible with my movement, and based on how like wide the staircase is, if I can like push my way through.
You're going to have to roll me a strength to see how far you can get first.
18 plus 2, 20.
Yeah, I'll say you can get into the middle of the pack, and from there I'll say your Spirit Guardians will hit all 6 of them.
Well, okay, so they all need to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is 4 of them will fail.
The 4 that failed will take 13 points of damage, and the 2 that didn't fail will take half that. Oh, and I also designate all the friendly people to be unaffected by it.
Gotcha. All right, that works. Anything else you want to do or can do?
Nope, that was my action and my bonus action.
All right. Next up is the Big Daddy. Felix, that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
So the giant Astral is already standing up, and he is going to calmly walk you over to the front of the cavern, holding you with his right hand. It is going to thwack you on the side of the mountain, and you take 18 points of damage.
Fucking fuck.
Like trying to beat the dirt off of an old blanket. And then it is your turn.
So this is how
Now-
Felix gets nerfed.
Yeah, let's see you shoot me now, you piece of shit.
It's just like the Hulk and Loki.
Here's my question. Am I able to wild shape considering I am grappled?
What would you like to wild shape into?
3 guesses there.
Umbrella.
It's going to break this fucking thing's knuckles.
Yep. I'm going to turn into a giant gorilla.
How big is the gorilla in comparison to Big Daddy? Are they like the same height?
I think we determined that last game, didn't we? That this thing is slightly larger.
Yeah, so this thing,
I thought it was like 18 feet tall.
it's 18 feet. Yeah, giant ape is at least 10. So basically this thing is now holding you with both its hands.
Okay. So do you want me to re-roll for my strength now?
Roll a strength with the great ape strength.
Oh, that's much better. 22.
I mean, just pounding your chest, you're able to jump out of this thing's arms. Would you like to stay up top or go back down below?
Oh, fuck that. We're going toe to toe with Big Daddy.
All right, you are now fist to fist with this thing.
And that my action was to wild shape, so that's my turn.
All right, the 6 guards are going to fire off shots from their own crossbows. 3 of them will hit.
They all hit Penelope.
They end up hitting all the ones on the right. 3 of the ones on the right, I mean. And then 6 of the adolescent astrals will throw their spears off, hitting 3 of the guards. They're still up, as well as Penelope and Stenwick and Ironhammer. Each of you will take 4 points of damage.
I am going to use my bonus action to do protection.
What was our roll? Sorry, now you go first, Henry.
Their roll was 21.
That is my armor class. So that actually doesn't hit me.
I'm
Okay,
going to
Ironhammer's
use
fine.
protection for Penelope, and I'm going to use my shield to try to block the spear, and the attacker gets disadvantage on the attack roll. Did I save Penelope? Did I fix my mistake?
That is that's a 17 to hit.
I'm sorry.
So still 4 more points.
I took 4 points of damage on that, you said?
Yep, everybody except Felix and Ironhammer. And we are back at the top of the order with Penelope.
Is the Big Papa still standing in the water?
Yes, it is now staring at Felix.
And how does the spider climb boots work?
I think it was a bonus action to turn them on. I think it was.
And then you can just climb whatever your walking speed is.
Yeah.
I want to drink one of my potions and turn on my boots. Then can I just run up the side, like instead of going up the stairs, just run up the cliff?
Yes, and that would only take 15 feet of movement speed.
Can I run up Big Papa?
Yeah, that'd be an additional 18, so you're out 33 feet of movement.
What if I don't want to run all the way up? Like, say I just want to run 15, like up to his shoulders.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I run up there and then jab him with my longsword?
Yeah, I'd allow that. If you first roll me an athletics.
22.
Yep, that's fine.
And then what would it hit? 17?
Yes, that does hit.
So 12 points of damage.
Penelope, you're able to. I'm picturing like Naruto running up the side of this little rock wall and up the Astral's back. You can get up to its shoulder blade and force your longsword through the nape of its neck, dealing 12 points of damage. It roars back, and you can choose to stay on its back or not.
I'm staying on it.
Yeah, as it flings wildly, your boots of spider climbing keep you rooted to that spot. And next up is Stenwick.
Where are all of the guards right now?
On the left side, like right behind you.
I'm going to have to use an action surge to be able to do everything I want to do. So I am going to, because I'm now leading this thing because Penelope just took off. So I'm going to switch my crossbow for one of the large ballista bolts, and I'm going to light it, jab it into the chest of the closest astral to me, push him, and then jump, like back the other direction. So I'm going to have to use my action surge, which essentially gives me 2 turns, like an additional action on my turn.
Okay, roll me an athletics.
Natural 20 plus 4.
And then also roll me a hit.
Oh no. What am I adding to that?
Your strength, I guess. Yeah.
Just a 10.
Oof.
Yeah.
You light the ballista bolt and charge at the first astral on the staircase. You aren't able to push it in as deep as you'd like, so it is able to pull it back out as you are able to leap backwards, avoiding the explosion. But it is able to throw the ballista bolt a couple feet to the side. So you, Arnie, and another guard from the outpost will take 10 points of explosive damage.
Oof.
Oh, shit.
As well as that astral and the 2 behind it will take 10 points. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
If I can, I just want to order the guards on the right to or just tell them to continue firing up on the right side, up the stairwell where Ironhammer is, and then the ones on the left to draw melee weapons, and then to continue pushing up the left side with me.
I think all the guards are on the same side, aren't they?
They're all on the right, but behind me on the map, they're broken into 2 lines. So the line that's closer to the stairwell to go up, and then the sign on the right to still stay where they are on the left side, like near the left staircase, but to use that position to fire up. Because otherwise they're just going to be standing there.
Ironhammer, it is your turn. You are in the middle of the pack on the right.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best to push my way through. I'm just going to kill these guys. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and then I'll just bop one of them with Spiritual Weapon, which is going to be... Yeah, that's like a 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Ooh, that's good. That's 13 points of damage.
You hit the one directly in front of you so hard that it smacks it into the water. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to smack another one with the mace.
Yep, you still got 2 in front of you.
16 to hit?
Yep, that hits.
15.
Same idea as the other one. For the first one you hit, you swung from the right to the left, knocking it into the water. And then the other one, using your momentum, you swing from the left to the right, knocking this one against the against the mountain. He is now prone, and there is still one in front of you.
I'll use the rest of my movement just to try and get as close to Big Daddy as possible.
So the Grand Astral, it will reel back, and with a 25 to hit Felix, it's gonna reel back, punches you in the chest, 28 points of damage, and then the rest of its movement, it's going to pick up the Astral that Ironhammer knocked over and set it right back in front of the dwarf in front of the staircase. And then Felix, it is your turn.
Grade 8 Felix is going to let out a guttural scream and do its my multi-attack, which is 2 fist punches. 16 on the first one, 21 on the second one. So 22 points of damage on the first hit, 18 points of damage on the second hit.
So yeah, as Giant Ape Felix, you will hit him with a quick 1-2. Solid punches. But this thing's still standing. It wipes the blood up. It wipes the blood off its mouth and gives you a little come here.
I didn't hear no bell.
5 of the remaining Astrals get their shots off.
They have to make a wisdom saving throw first. The ones that are near me.
It's only a 7 for all of them.
Yeah, they all fail. So then they will take 16.
Okay. I'll tell you the 2 that you just smacked with your hammer are looking pretty bloodied. But yeah, 5 of them get their shots off with a 23 to hit. This time, Felix, they're going to be aiming on you. So you're going to take 18 points of damage. And then the guards, 3 of them, 3 of the 6, the ones on the right, those 3, are going to take 3 shots at the 3 on the bottom of the right staircase, dealing 12 points of damage. And then the 3 on the left, following Stenwick's command, are going to hold up until Stenwick takes his approach on the left. Next up is Penelope.
So I'm going to activate my action surge so I can take an additional action on my turn. And I'm going to use my fiery shackles. So it's going to have to make a DC saving throw of 17 strength.
That is only a 10.
Right? So it is restrained now until its turn. It took 10 points of damage. It's on fire.
And you're standing on it.
Yeah. Well, just from the shackles, it's burning there. And then the potion I drank earlier was the Blue Dragon potion. So I'm going to use my lightning breath attack to just shoot at it right in the back of the neck. And it's standing in water.
I am also standing in that water. So
We're also standing in that water?
yeah.
Lady said it.
You already don't worry about me. Do your attack, man.
Yeah, he's got like a million fucking health. I think we'll be okay.
Right.
So that's 9 points of damage.
So would this affect you too?
I'm immune to lightning from the Blue Dragon.
Gotcha. All right.
My fur is now sticking out like
The giant marshmallow.
yeah.
These the shackles, is it just for its arms or is it in its entire body?
It just says that it's restrained until it makes a saving throw.
All right. Next up is Stenwick.
How close is the closest astral to me?
Within 10 feet.
Yeah, okay. I am going to put my crossbow away and pull out my scimitar, and I'm going to charge at the one closest to me, the one that I still have Hunter's Mark on. Ooh, 22 to hit. 10 points of damage.
Readying yourself. The Astrals were not expecting a charge after just being blown up just a few seconds ago. So you're able to slash this thing in its upper chest, dealing, 10 points of damage?
Yep.
And the 3 guards from the outpost will follow behind, with Arnie directly behind you.
Is there enough room for 2 of us to be next to each other on the stairs?
Yes, there is.
I'm going to move off to the left side. So actually, he'd be coming up on my left. So I'm going to move to the right, closer to, I guess, where the wall is going up. And then, just have him come into my left.
Okay.
Let's have some fun.
He beats your shield with the hilt of his sword. Next up is Ironhammer.
2 in front of me, right? So I'll just spiritual weapon one of them, which is a 21 to hit.
That hits. Are you hitting the healthy one or the bloodied one?
I'll hit the bloodied one. And that will be 10 points of damage to him.
You hit this thing so cleanly that its head flies off. This was the waterlogged one.
And then the other one I'll just smack with the mace again, which is a not good. That is going to be a 9 to hit.
No.
10, sorry. But okay. Probably doesn't hit.
Now it's a 16 at least.
I guess in my movement, I'll just sort of walk by him and start heading towards the big boy as well. As close as I can get to him.
Yeah, you can start taking you can start dipping your tootsies into the water. All right, so this thing needs to make a strength. Is that right, Ty?
Yeah, it has to be 17. And that's at the end of its turn.
What he's going to do is, if you could roll me an acrobatics.
18.
It rolled a 19. I used strength for it. What it's going to do is, as you can probably imagine, it's going to pluck you from its back, and it is now going to hold you in its grasp. And
restrain me, why don't you?
It will end its turn, and it gets a 19 to break out of the shackles. And next up is Felix. It now has Penelope in its grasp, similar to you at the beginning.
I guess I'm still gonna give her the old one too.
The old razzle dazzle.
The old razzle dazzle. All right, first one hits, second one hits. So first one's 20 points of damage, second one's 20 points of damage.
Taking 2 more big body blows. This thing is winded now. It is starting to stoop down. 4 of them on the right are now going to descend down the staircase, ignoring Ironhammer.
If any of them started their turn, the Spirit Guardians, they got to do the saving throw again.
Okay, that is a 12. Was it 2d6?
3d8.
All right, that's 9 points of damage.
If they're moving, their movement is also halved while they're in the area, so they won't be able to move quite as far.
And at this point, they're going to... One of them will take out its plasma caster, and the other 3 are going to make melee attacks on the guards from Cirrus. Cirrus guard up front is going to take a hit from the plasma caster and immediately disintegrated.
Motherfucker.
And the 2 in the back are able to avoid the melee attacks thanks to the slowdown from the Spirit Guardians.
So are the Astrals, did they cross over the stream to get to them?
Yeah, we'll say they're like dipping their toes almost. The 2 Cirrus guards are not able to do anything. However, Arnie and the 2 behind you, Stenwick, are going to deal another 10 points to 3 of them on the left. And then we are back up to Ironhammer. Penelope.
Am I still in its grasp?
Yes, currently.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and break out again.
Yeah, if you want to roll a strength.
That one.
You try to break free, but it realizes you're not as strong as a great ape, and it closes its grasp even tighter. You take 8 points of damage. Is there anything else you're able to do?
Can I bite it?
You can still attack while grappled. You just have disadvantage on your attack roll.
If I'm I'm envisioning he's holding me in his hand, so I'm kind of stuck like this. Can I turn on my Giant's Might and become larger?
Yeah, how's that turn on?
You imbue yourself with the Might of Giants. As a bonus action, you magically gain the following benefits, which last for 1 minute. You become large in size along with anything that you're wearing. If you lack room to become large, your size doesn't change. Advantage on strength checks, throws, and your weapons attacks do an extra 1d6.
Yeah, you can do that. And what I picture is almost like Hercules. You just grow, you just push it up and just hold it like Atlas. So you are still standing there, but you are able to hold it open.
Can I hold it with just one hand?
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm trying to picture how I'm in his hand, because I was going to try and stab his hand. Another nat 1.
My God.
Seriously?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw out your fucking dice.
What's your damage?
8.
You're holding the hand open of the big Astral. You take out your longsword, but there's not enough room to maneuver exactly, so you end up catching yourself in the right calf this time, taking 8 points of damage. Next up is Stenwick.
Artie, you stay with me. You two, go back down and start firing at the one that is shooting across with the plasma cannon. I want them to turn around and not cross the water, but shoot their crossbows across. And then I'm going to take another swing at the one that's in front of me. Did we kill one already? The one that I attacked last turn?
No, none of them are dead on the left.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take another swing at him in that case. 15?
Nope, that does not hit.
Fuck. And that's my turn.
Iron Hammer.
Can I make my way to the Astral? Big Daddy Astral.
Yeah, there's just that one Astral next to you, but you can push past it.
Yeah, fuck that guy. All right, I'm running up to Big Daddy Astral, whereas I only reached up to about his ankles, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're basically drowning in the water.
That's fine. He takes 3d8 damage from Spirit Guardians. So he's going to take 9 damage from Spirit Guardians. I'm going to bop him with Spiritual Weapon, which is a 18 to hit.
Yep.
Only 5 damage from that. And I'm going to smack him with the mace, which is like a 22 or something.
Yep, that hits.
18. So another 18 points. And that is my turn.
This thing is looking pretty bloody now as you smack it in the back, almost crippling it. It lets its grasp of Penelope a little looser, but still within its claws. Next up is the Big Daddy.
You got to do another wisdom saving throw.
That is a fail. Jesus, 19 points.
Finally, I've gotten under 10 every time until now.
Crap. Yeah, the Spirit Guardians shoot at it with their I picture almost like a fairy fire.
No, they're little Cupid versions of me. So I got little Cupid heart bow and arrows.
Oh, cute. This thing takes Cupid heart bow and arrows all over its head and chest. So what it's going to do is, Penelope, it's going to toss you out towards the guards and astrals on the ground. You end up, because of your size, you knock them all over, and you are now where you're situated on the map, right next to the stream. You take 5 points of damage.
I don't remember. Do the Astrals have like noses, or are they just like slits?
Just slits.
So it's a good assumption that the Big Daddy probably has a pretty big split first nostril.
Let's say so. Yeah.
Fuck off, Jesse.
It is going to do 2 attacks on Felix.
Wait, what about the astral slit? I thought we were going to hear more.
I don't know what that was. I didn't have anything. I don't know what the slit was about.
Wait.
Ty has a plan.
We know what Ty's aiming for now.
All right, Jesse, that is going to be a 19 and a 17 to hit.
They both hit.
Oh, Jesus. Same with 1-2 as what Giant Ape has been doing. It's going to do right back to you, and you take 45 points of damage.
Fucking hell.
Holy fucking
I
shit.
was not expecting it.
He is
do a bonus
pissed.
action and do the transfer attack. So if I see a creature get attacked within 30 feet, I can use a reaction to cause the attack to hit a different target within 30 feet other than the attacker. So I wanted to go and just hit one of the other astrals.
Now, is this both or is it one of them? Because it was 2 different attacks.
Oh, just one of them. It only does for one attack.
Okay, so Felix, you actually take 30 points of damage, and Ironhammer, the astral like right next to you that has not been able to get an attack off, gets smushed.
Just
Painted into the side of the mountain.
So originally it was what? How many points of damage?
Originally 45, you only take 30 at this point.
Okay.
The other astral took the other 15.
Okay.
See, I knew it was a good strategy to ignore that guy.
And now we've got Felix.
You know, still rocking and rolling. Felix is gonna just eat that punch on the chin, do a double monkey flip off, and do the 1-2 again.
Give him a thunderclap right in the head.
First one hits. Second one hits. First one's 20 points of damage. Second one's 16 points of damage.
This thing is almost down for the count.
That's your chance. You're going to run in and get like the last one damage to finish
I'm going to be
off.
so pissed if anyone else kills this thing.
There are
Because
still six astrals between me and the top of the stairs. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, how did that? I killed 6 by myself. What have you been doing?
I don't know.
shooting Scarlet is what he's been
It's
doing.
literally,
He shot me in
it's
the
literally, it's not even me. Like it's me, and it really at one point, like me and 4 guards, like kill one.
So Felix, giving this thing 2 more body blows. If this was a boxing match, it got up at the count of like 9. So next up are the astrals.
We've only killed 2 of them. Actually, we've only killed 1 of them. So you haven't killed a whole lot, Ian. You just ran past them. It's not the same thing.
And the Astral killed one.
I know. The Astral has a higher body count than me and all of the guards combined.
Well, in
And
reality,
that was by accident.
yeah. I haven't killed anything yet. I've just, I mean, all of
You've
my
just done
all of my attacks would have killed like individual
Everything.
astrals though.
Yeah. Like 1 hit each one.
Mm-hmm.
I need new weapons. I've
Well, I have a present for you when I remember to do it before a battle.
Oh, good to know. Maybe next time. This one did kind of spring up on us.
I knew it was going to happen. Like as soon as he's like, "Oh, you don't know what it is. Do you want to go touch it? Do you know?" It's like,
So the two remaining, they're the 2 outpost guards that Stenwick told to shoot. One of them will take out the astral with the plasma caster with a straight headshot. However, the 3 remaining astrals on the right are going to reach the 2 down guards and Penelope, each of them dealing 15 points of damage with its wrist blade. The 2 Cirrus guards are bleeding out pretty heavily, and Penelope, you took that 15. Last one with the guards, Arnie took out that first one, so there's still 5 in front of you, but it is now back to Penelope. There is 1 astral directly in front of you.
Jesse, there has been something that I've been planning since the beginning, and I've been trying to do it, but then I got captured. But if this works, it might end up killing it.
it's okay.
So how far away am I away from it?
15 feet.
I'm going to take out my bone whip, my philosopher's stone potion, and I'm going to dump it on it. So now it becomes,
Alive.
it's alive.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Living bone whip.
Are you going to ask it to climb into its nose? Is that what the plan
That's
was?
exactly what he's getting at. He's going to stick its bone whip in its big slot or big slit.
I want to run up and throw the whip at it, aiming towards its face, and I'm going to command it to try to slither into its nose slot.
With brain.
Nose split.
Big guy?
Big guy.
Do you still have a hold of it? or you're just completely throwing it at it?
I assume that it's probably only like a 10-foot reach. So, I mean, if I can get up close to it and then just kind of whip it and let go and have it go straight, throw it.
There's a lot of moving parts to this attack.
And that Astral that he's next to is going to get an opportunity attack.
It is.
I'll say roll me an attack with Dex.
Not going to lie, Ty, I'm kind of rooting against you. Just don't score low enough that it goes into my nose slit.
Well, it's not a nat 20, but I rolled a 20.
Yeah, you can dash over towards the rock wall again, and I'm going to say it's long enough you're able to reel back and whip it, catching the slits, and you can let go as the bone whip will enter inside the Grand Astral's nose cavity. Immediately after doing so, you are stabbed in the back, taking an additional 15 points of damage as the astral you left followed you.
When a monster comes along, you can whip it.
So, death save.
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry. I can fix that. I can fix that.
I can also fix it.
Fix it, Felix.
Not as a monkey, you can't.
No, it's not as a monkey, but...
Yeah, I'll give it to Stenwick. What would you like to do?
What was the results of Ty's
Shoot Penelope.
Oh, yeah. What happened with that?
Yeah, did it do damage?
Oh, that's the other question. Yeah, is it going to do damage?
Wait, does it lose its ability to do things once you are unconscious?
True, you have to command it.
Yeah.
It's just one command.
And he already did that command.
Stenwick, what would you like to do?
Since that astral in front of me was just taken down, I am going to take a step back. I'm going to pull out another one of the ballista bolts. I'm going to light it, and then I'm going to wait a second or two as it kind of burns down, and then I'm going to lob it. I'm going to lob it into like the center of the ones that are on the staircase. I'm going to try to kill some of these fuckers.
Roll me a hit with Dex.
17.
Do you say anything to Arnie? Because I mean, I'd imagine you guys should probably back up.
I'm going to grab him by the back of his armor and then just like pull him down the stairs with me. And then I still have my shield up, and then we're both just falling backward.
Yeah, with I mean, I'm picturing like slow-mo. You throw this ballista bolt, just explodes in a cloud of smoke. You and Arnie are forced back due to the just the force of the explosion. You both take 5 points of damage. But once the haze clears, you can see in front of you there are 5 dead astral limbs just floating.
I should have started with that. I'm just going to lay here for just a minute.
Arnie's going to slap you on the chest, you motherfucker, and then just rest his hand on your shoulder for a minute.
Yeah, this is fine.
Iron Hammer.
How far away is Penelope?
You're 15 feet away. You're basically the same distance.
That's close enough. I'm just going to I'll use Healing Word on Penelope. And so he's going to get back, good. 4 plus 3, 7. You're going to get 7 hit points back.
Yay.
I'm going to cast light just on his nose to distract him. And this time the light is going to be beige. Oh, actually, I'm also going to move away so the spirit guardians don't kill him by accident.
There are 3 teenage astrals on the ground that the guards can take care of, but at this point, yeah, it's just the big astral. He's got nothing left. I'm gonna leave it up to Felix and Penelope. Who's getting the last hit? How do we do this?
Is it not taking a turn?
No, it's the bone whip is inside, and it's T-posing at this point. It has no movement. It's just kind of there.
And the lower half of the whip is just dangling from its nose like a booger.
The ornate handle is just hanging.
I feel like it'd only be just for me to 1-2 it.
Nah, dude, pile drive it.
Like jump in the air and hammer fist.
Yeah, don't just 1-2 it.
Okay.
Put some flair on it.
All right. I'm going to go for the hammer fist. Oh yeah, fucking 19 to hit. I'm going to jump in the air, let out just this terrifying, guttural, primal scream.
Booga booga.
and just
What does the scream sound like?
Mariah's asleep on the couch. I'm not going to do that.
Remember, like when Howard Dean screamed and then lost the election. I'm kind of imagining that, but as a monkey.
Yeah. And just double hand hammer fist to the crown of this thing's head and just try to split its wig without injuring the eye juice, the eye scream.
Like, I mean, you hear like double the amount of bones crunching because of the whip inside.
I didn't want to break the whip. Oh no.
No, the whip's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying you hear the crunching of bones as the bones from the whip pierce out this thing's ribs as it's just accordioned. Pink film still fine to collect, but this thing is like crippled beyond imagine. Completely wiped out.
Is she dead, Jim?
She's dead, Jim, as the rest of the Astrals are executed by the remaining guards. High in the sky amongst the clouds, our favorite halfling has just finished another busy shift at Claude's establishment and is getting ready for bed. Jumping into his top bunk, he gives a gentle nod to Toad, who is already snoring the night away on the bottom bed. Closing his eyes, he is jolted awake after a few minutes by a tug on his arm. Covering the Tinkerer's mouth with a thick cloth of their sleeve, the intruder then caresses Topknot's hair. Shocked at the tenderness of his captor, he comes to his senses after seeing the robed figure hovering in front of him. With a delicate voice, they speak directly into his mind.
Another one down, Agent Topknot. It seems as though your companions have been able to hold their own. Let's hope the final hunt will go as smoothly.
Gingerly pulling their arm out of the boy's mouth, they then tuck their hood back to reveal a warm smile on a hollow face. Taking in the soft, yet wizened features of the woman in front of him, Topknot can't help but notice that there is no flesh nor blood to the figure that has helped him multiple times. Instead, there is only a blue, translucent figment of a middle-aged woman's face crackling in front of him, and in an instant, she's gone.